Hello YouTube, it's Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about putting survival repair tools in your bug out bag. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be discussing putting survival repair tools in your bug out bag. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new episodes or our daily giveaways. And make sure you smash that notification button so you don't miss anything. Additionally, we are continuing our Roman Gladius Sword and Boss Kit giveaway, and to enter, you need to be a subscriber, like this video, comment, and share this video using the YouTube tools in the watch page below. In the world of bug out bags, survival kits, survival bags, get home bags, you name it, having some awesome gear and tools are absolutely amazing. Some people have $50 backpacks, some people buy $800, $900, $1,200 backpacks, but something that gets overlooked a lot are repair tools. So all in all, this is the mission breakdown card. We have basic, advanced, pro, and pro plus. We're actually going to be talking about the pro plus, and for the most part I actually like all the stuff that's on this list except for one particular item. Item up is a roll of tenacious tape, and yeah, you're not really getting a whole lot, but this stuff's pretty darn robust. This is some pretty sticky stuff. This is a little bit more potent than I would say standardized packing tape or duct tape. Now this is clear. You can use this for a wide variety of pretty much anything, whether you're using it for tents, tarps, you're gonna be using your bags, packs, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, low pressure inflatables. I mean, pretty much anything you can think of, you can use this stuff. The next item up is the mini tactical rope dispenser. This thing's pretty freaking cool. You have 125 feet of 100-pound test line as utility cord. There's a razor blade right on the end of this bad boy, so you can snip off the exact length you need for this particular cordage. But because you can actually replace the spools, and I think they sell the spools on Amazon for like $8, you can be able to take 2 or 3 rolls of this in a very convenient way that is organized and a little more efficient than carrying around something as bulky as paracord. Now, if tenacious tape wasn't enough, this is the seam grip filled repair kit. This is a pretty permanent solution for a patch kit. This has some urethane adhesive, we have an application brush, and we've got 2 patches. Now these patches, you basically take the urethane adhesive, you brush it on to where the hole is, you put these patches on, and once it dries, it creates a permanent fixture for tarps, bottoms of your shoes. In any situation where you're going to need a more permanent solution when tenacious tape just doesn't cut it. Next up is the fix and zip. This is pretty interesting. This is a replacement zipper slider, just like it says in the package. In essence, this is just a normal zipper, but it has this little mechanism right here that is a spring-loaded pin that you can unscrew, and it will allow the 2 halves of it to separate. So you can actually go inside the teeth of the zipper that is broken and be able to actually fit it on both sides of the teeth securely, then clamp it down to secure this in place so you can have a replacement zipper on the fly. The next item up is this AquaSeal shoe repair kit. This stuff is amazing. This is a permanent seal solution, so if the actual rubber part of your sole and the main body of your shoe physically separate, that's bad juju. So being able to repair any holes or separation where any of the glue may come undone on your shoes, being able to repair that is a good thing. Item in the basic box is this fiber fix roll. This stuff is crazy. Whether it's axe handles, bar stools, I mean, think anything you can think of, shovels, hatchets, rakes. If it breaks and you just are in a situation that you just can't go and buy a new handle or whatever, most people would, because you can usually buy replacement handles for tools for really cheap. But if you're right in the middle of a job and you've got to keep working because there's a deadline, you know, whatever, this stuff is amazing. This is boasting that it's 100 times stronger than duct tape. And this stuff's pretty freaking tough, man. I don't know if it'd be 100 times stronger, but it will give you a very strong, durable, even if temporary, fix for a lot of your tools. Everything that was in there before was the basic box. So this is by Vigilant Trails, a survival sewing kit, and it's got a lot of stuff in here. So we have some notes and information, but we've got some different types of thread right in here. We've got a thimble so you don't poke yourself. We have some zip ties. We got a bunch of freaking buttons for your pants, your jackets, your coats, whatever you need. This is a really freaking comprehensive kit. We have foldable scissors. Those are freaking cool, man. I'm definitely gonna have to try those out. Man's box is the Stronghold Haywire Clamper. And this is a USA made invention. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of this before, but we're gonna overlay the footage from the guys over at Battlbox. We've probably been doing that the whole time, given the fact that I'm not just gonna randomly break my tools, my backs, and my kits just to use this stuff. And even though this video isn't as exciting, I mean, this isn't a very informative, very useful kit. I think the stuff that they put together and put inside this box is actually pretty genius. It's not super exciting, it's not ultra tactical, but in my personal opinion, a lot of the stuff is very necessary. But long story short, this galvanized steel wire and the system that it has is designed to give you a very high tensile strength hold, when something like fiber fix would just not be enough, because you're going to be using some high impact, hard use stuff in the field, and you've just got to keep using your tools, whether you're building a shelter or whatever. Let's say your axe handle breaks or whatnot. This will give you the hold you need, even if temporary still. This will be able to handle a lot more abuse and punishment. Now we're getting into the pro item, and this is cool. These come from my buddies over at Exotech. We love Exotech on the channel. We could have them in a lot of different survival kits. And we're actually going to be looking to try to get our hands on 3 or 4 of these, because these are awesome, especially if you don't want to actually hold like the tenacious tape and all this other stuff, and you want to have a very simple compact package. This is probably the perfect solution. This is called the Rip Spool. This is brand new by Exotech. It was developed by the actual owner and operator of Exotech and Daniel Dabbs from Battlbox. But in here, it unscrews. This thing is freaking sweet, man. So inside here, we actually have 60 feet of 30-pound braided fishing line or test line, and we have a sewing needle right in here. This thing is freaking amazing. Now, on this particular lanyard, this is 550 fire cord, so you can get a fire starter if you need to, some useful fire tinder. But additionally, we have 50 feet of Gorilla Tape. That is nuts! So you get 60 feet of cordage, 50 feet of tape, a repair needle, and fire cordage in a really small package that is going to be waterproof to protect the needle with the O-ring seal. But I mean, this is like the size of a normal big lighter, and being able to have this much usefulness in this smaller package, oh my god, this is probably one of my absolute favorite items other than the tactical roll dispenser. Next up is the Cold Steel Pocket Bushman, and yeah, this is definitely no stranger to my channel. God, I can't tell you how many videos I had this in. This is probably the strongest, toughest $35 knife that Cold Steel's ever made. This thing is freaking amazing. You get a 4.5-inch blade. This particular one is made of 4116 German stainless steel. The one that I actually have in my EDC Organizer Survival Kit. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go and watch that. Whoop, right up there, where you can see all these useful goodies. Mine's actually made of CTS BD1, which was a 2015 model. But this has the ram safe lock on it. This thing is a very tough lock. You are not just going to close this thing. This is a super tough knife. It may not be the most comfortable knife, but if you need a folding knife that can give you a lot of versatility and functionality in a very small package, and probably be one of the best budget-friendly survival knives on the planet, oh yeah, baby. Now we get to the Knife of the Month Club. Yeah, Pro Plus, baby. And this was actually supposed to be last month's knife, but I think the Chinese or overseas importer, there was an issue with getting it on time. There was a bunch of them just delayed on a truck for like 3 or 4 weeks, usually probably held by customs. But this is designed by Black Scout Survival. Now, I like knives in general. I like knives a lot. This particular knife is a little weird to me. I'm going to be very honest about it. Now, he has designed some other knives with some other guys like Wenger Dave over on Instagram. He had these crazy tactical karambits that he was selling. Those things were sick. Like, if I could get my hands on one of those, man, I would lose my mind. And all the WoW Tac Black Scout Survival Edition flashlights, awesome. Super amazing flashlights. This knife, I don't dig it. I think this is a stupid knife. It's a knife. It's going to be more useful than nothing, but, I mean, this knife is going to be able to do everything this knife can do. And this particular design, and I understand this was actually supposed to be the SAW Q3 multi-tool in here. So I understand that this kind of threw everything off of having a double knife. I get that, so let's try to look past that. But one of my big design features I don't like is how thin the handle is. Now, we just did a review on another knife, and I'm not talking smack about any of the knives, but I think this handle is almost a little too thin for normal adult-sized hands. This thing, I can swallow this thing and just have plenty of room extra. And I can get a good purchase on it, and I can do that the same with this, but I feel like I'm holding a toothpick, and when I hold it, it feels like it wants to like roll around on me because it's so dang thin. Now, given the nature of what you'd be doing with this knife, it'd still work, but it's not. It's a little more toothy and jagged. It's still functional. Like, don't get it, see right there. and the coating, it gets kind of stuck and it's jagged. It's not a horribly functioning knife, but it's not as sharp. The injection molded sheath does fit fine, but for me, it's the design aesthetics. It's just not a knife I would carry personally, and the fact that they're saying this is a $130 knife, there's no way in my right mind I would pay 130 bucks for this little steel. But with the fact that you're not getting very much G10, you're just getting some powder coat right here, and it's D2 tool steel that's, I mean, like an 1/8 inch thick. It's just, I can't really justify the $130 price point for this particular knife. Now, I understand full well this was supposed to be last month's knife, and the SAW Q3 was supposed to be this month's knife, which actually, given the theme of this box, makes way more sense to have a multi-tool because of the repair tools on here. I personally think this box is fantastic. It's not tactical, it's not super crazy survival and tactical heavy, but with all of the months, with the freaking almost 40 months they've been pushing out this gear, they finally give us a repair system to fix all the bags and the jackets and the tarps and the tents they've given us. This just makes a whole lot of sense. But that just about it for now. And if you enjoyed the unboxing of Mission 39 from Battlbox, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family and your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about it for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.